All right, so welcome. Thank you all for coming, and if you came to the rally, even more record. We're so grateful that we had that happen. See, here's the verse. Here's Peter today. Fortunately, I have it on a slide. So, can't turn on the light. Yeah, I guess it's working. This is far away.
Where do we put the thing up on the stage there, the podium up on the stage there?
It's very high. I don't think I want to try that. All right, so we had the August meeting with Gen Z. We had seen that seen the Gen Z bike, and since that, Gen Z's been doing a lot of events I've seen. And I wanted to announce this. I think until the end of this month, you can win a Gen Z just by signing up. They're giving away the bike is $3,500. It's going 30 mile an hour range, 30 mile range, 30 miles per hour speed. And it usually is in class to record. It's about 20 miles per hour. So, and you play everything like that. It's usually like most people I've seen, I think Jeff Ryder, our contact at SAP, was really interested in it because once I got the response, it was in Iowa. So his question is then, how well does it work in the snow? Anyway, so I'll get to the rally record momentarily. I'll cover what's coming up. You can see by the images here that there's in the top there VW Golf, and then the very interesting Chisel EV on the far right, and on B-Class Smart, and then this Bandita vehicle from Italy, from Jerry Korsky, and it's and she talked to those people last month, and he said, possibly during this December Christmas party, if you guys are looking. I know everyone's busy. It's Christmas. It's the 20th, so 5 days of Christmas. Probably not going to be in town. So whenever we hope that they slowly read it. I'm sorry that the golf guys will not be here. They canceled on us on Friday, last week Friday, so a week ago. And I did put up on Monday that we would be hosting Valerie and Iron, but I mean, sorry, today. So I'm sorry that we golf will be here. Yeah. So the January meeting, I know for sure pinned down Mercedes and Smart. They have 2 B classes and at least 1 Smart for us to test ride here in the parking lot. So I told them to come early so people could test ride early and then of course afterwards as well. So lots of stuff coming up. As far as the holiday party, got about 15 people said yes. I think that's enough for the party. So we'll see if we have anybody else in the budget. All right. So this is full record. Thank you all for participating again. We did our broken record by 26 vehicles, or a total of 570 EVs. An interesting fact: the original total that student records attended for the set before they had disqualifications was 507. Our unofficial total was 512. So if we want to go by unofficial, 512. Yeah, 512. So what is it? A little 2?
I bet they were trying to get people to show up at 7 in the morning.
Well, you'll be interested in the statistics once I get to that point. If you email us in advance, we try to get those people to say, hey, come to the event, and we'll give you a t-shirt. If you email me, please see us afterwards, we'll get the shirt, I hope. And then
You can share. Can we get one?
we bought extras.
But I'm not the one who has them.
Right. Maria has one. She probably will still be here. Anyway, so our test there, 2,600. It's a rough estimate. I know that we're 2,500 for sure, but I believe it was a little bit more than it's not quite what I was expecting. I was expecting twice that. But I still think we did great. We had 512 EVs, not including vendors. I'm really impressed that we managed to break the record, and I think it didn't really hit hit me until almost a month now. Wow, we didn't have many cars and asphalt and bikes and very impressive. Wow, how did I not know about before? So the statistics, I sent out the survey, yes. And 149 people responded out of 500. What's up?
Just curious on the breakdown of disqualifications. What were they for?
Electric bikes don't count. We had one failure to launch, and one of the eMotorWerks, the cops that was controlling electric. I think that's how the car was. So I think it was 2 bikes, a failure, and 2 early leaves. So 5.
Plus the disqualifications before we let them start.
Right. 0.25%.
So there really wasn't, I heard mentioning that you had more than 2 car leagues.
No, right. So, clarification on that. The judge, illustrious fellow Roberts,
Are you
did
talking about,
not. Pardon?
you're talking about the Guinness judge?
Yeah, the judge, he put the spaces. If you guys get to see the videos, the other videos, not just the one that Flower Frank did, but like many more videos that were done, there's a lot of big gaps. Like there's several gaps of over 200 yards, which is ridiculous. But that's just he created. So, with the exception of, and it's okay to say it now, but realize the record has enough officiality that it's not going to be changed. Don't have to turn it. We're good. Even if you see a car going upside down the street, it's still valid. I think it was Mike Johnson who said that he had, and I've actually seen it, you can see it in the videos, a gas car got in, it's like
Two of them.
and then drove all the way down to the end and got out. Okay.
They cut in on Stelling, the cones weren't close enough.
In any case, it did happen, and we couldn't see it, so it didn't count. But what was really important was that when the cars came back around to the finish line, they were all close together, and they were pretty consistently. We barely more than maybe 2 car lengths, 3 car lengths gap anywhere on the finish line. So that's what really counted.
Mike Thompson bills himself as a
So, yeah. This is what the judge said. It's the person's best estimate. I know that at the end of I was 3 cars from the end of the parade, and the person, what vehicle was driving, on the conversion, he was keeping 9 car lengths the entire route until the very end and pulled up. And I was like, why does that happen? I didn't get a chance to talk to him, so it's fine. Well, anyway, so the charts. What was the overall impression of the parade event? And you probably can read these. The largest pieces are great, good, and amazing. And very, very few of those little tiny slices there are not neutral, not great, core, and other, which was actually a really, really amazing comment. Sorry, this is so funny. You guys can read that or not. After the parade ended, how did you stick around? So, mainly what I was interested in knowing was, did you hang out? And most people did. Most people hung out until the record was. So this one is running where it should be hold the event. If you've heard, there's just been another Saturday parade. When's the best time to hold it? And pretty much everybody said it like, I was shocked. I mean, I think people were going to say noon. But late morning was almost half, and the great majority was early morning like we did. So I guess we're all early birds. Is there a different day of the week you prefer? And the overwhelming majority was no Saturdays this morning. Some people said Sunday.
Look at that, perfect location.
Yes.
That was a good location, you're right. 122 people out of 149 said location was just fine. Some people said, most people after that too small, and a couple people were like, it was way too big. All right, so incentives. What was the primary incentive for attending the parade? And of course, the overwhelming majority there is excitement for EVs, so 11. And then it's more interesting about the other equals world record participation. So, and that's true in both charts. The other people wrote in. I wanted, in fact, I think somebody put it on the bucket list. That they were like, yes, the world record, I need to be on the world record at some point. I'd say if I had a bucket list, that would be one. So yeah, so most people were interested in excitement and world record obviously and some prizes, but for the most part, we just don't believe. Social aspects. This was Paul's this requirement to find out what people wanted out of the party. What would it take for you to invite other EV drivers? Well, mutual excitement hit the top button there, we did bar across the top. The other was almost entirely random. I couldn't tell you people like, I need more friends. Or I need 2 or 3 EVs. You know, you just random. I couldn't think of all kinds of different other reasons. Did you invite your friends and family to this program parade? Yes, most people did. How did you find out this is the way one here? How did you find out about the record parade? For the most part, it was our club or various clubs around the way, friends, relatives, Facebook some, and then driver electric week. A lot of people found out that. And if you did invite friends and family to the parade, how did you invite them? Across the board. We invited a lot of people. This is good. Because a lot of people can. So overall, I'm incredibly grateful to everyone who did participate. And as I said before, if you didn't get t-shirts, please talk to me. It was chaos. That was actually the number one comment in the comment section was better organization. But if you realized who was organizing it, you probably understand why it was chaotic. So I'm still I try to look back as subsided, but I'm still excited and happy to show off the fact that I was part of this world record. And I want to mention that in 2 years roughly at the 50th anniversary of this club, on my time, I hope we can do this record again. If we hold it to that point, if we don't, I was each, that was going to take it from us, and we'll just need to get back in there and pay it back from them. But if not, we'll be breaking our own record with hopefully 2,000 EVs in 2017. So I'm starting now trying to get locations. We're hoping either Tesla's plant, which would probably be one of the easier places, or Walker Field. Walker Field just a lot of problems. I mean, there's easily 6 miles of space that goes out to the
Don't do it until you stay.
First, have you heard anything from Germany? And second, if Norway decides to get into this, can I get a test? Say, electric cars per capita and all of them.
That still probably only counts for maybe 3 cars,
To answer your question, when we're here from Germany, I got a phone call after I teased Lewis Palmer, who was here in 08. Summer waiting for sword attacking me in that song. He's the guy who took a zebra battery on a homemade 3-wheeler and went around the world, drove all across from China all the way across. Awesome trip. Anyways, I teased him and said, let's go to record for me. He called me back about a day later. Yeah, we were.
We had an unofficial bad boy between me and from London, America. And his bet was that we didn't have the largest display. Like it was originally on the entry page, it said we would have the largest display. At the time, it was a month before the event, they had more numbers. And about 150 vehicles registered. We had 7.
This is a montage.
Yeah,
They always beg, they never come near us.
I said, well, I think because of the record, we'll definitely have more, just in order to that. But he came back to me and later, it's like, come on, all right, we'll bet the price of the cost of fill up your car. Which is $3. And so he took it, so it was another $3. But I did confront him later and I said, so hey, let's with you, it's like, you did your job, it's fine, try to swallow the pride. I think we'll let Valerie take it from here. Thanks. Oh, I'm sorry, question.
Is there a place where their movies are readily available?
Just, obviously, just the one you can see in the flag, frame. We're in the process of attempting to figure out which ones make this best, at least look like it is. There's a lot of pictures, a lot of gaps and such, but if you find one space that's actually, you know, you cut together the pieces that look like a continuous parade, then we can change.
Is there anything in the official certificates that other than an intent?
Does it say that on the certificate? Did you order one?
It says certificate.
Well, we did succeed, so, no, I don't think we have, anything that says not, so they may have printed it prior. So,
If you put a watermark across and say succeed.
that's nice.
Like you said, the official ones you ordered, they say it's not.
Because we didn't like it. Yeah, our whole sticker shows it, so, I don't know, I'm sorry if you paid $40 to get a tent. But,
Well, we should talk to our administrator about that so we can get you a better answer.
I was thinking we'll just make our own.
Yeah, but there's all these licensing.
No,
laws
without
about
the
use
base
of
will
the-
rubber shield, we'll just take it. So, Valerie, would you like to give a laptop or whatever?
Have a stick, can you?
It's a couple, yeah. Smart. Yeah.
Sage is new.
Yeah, it's just temporary.
I don't remember the stage. What's here?
I think every time we come, they've got a
It's
different configuration.
Cool. So, we'll do a quick sort of update on where we are with our charging systems. And then we'll spend a little bit of time. George actually will tell you a little bit more about the PV pilots that we're doing right now, which can get you a free charging station. Okay, so two fun topics.
So first of all, the status of the juice box. Who here doesn't know what it was?
Great. So, open source EDC, as you all know, we launched it by Kickstarter. Actually, last time I think I spoke here, we were talking about, hey, this is a Kickstarter project. It's great. You know, it should be here soon. So now we have shipped about 1,500 of those across various versions. We're now on V8 10 of the hardware, and you know there are more numbers in the software versions. We are going through a UL design review right now. Not testing yet, but UL design review where they tell us, hey, you know, you have to fix this, you have to fix that. They haven't told us anything yet, but you know, I'm sure some things will come up. So that's what we're going through now. So getting a little bit more serious. We expect if everything goes well, we expect the UL certification within 2 to 3 months. So that would be a pretty good event. But and my next slide is not here. So to date, what we're trying to do is pretty much what other people did, right? So there's Clipper Crick, there's ChargePoint, there's a bunch of people who are selling boxes with electronics. And that's how they think about, everybody, and including us, right, used to think about the EV charging. So what we're trying to do now is to change that sort of paradigm that, hey, you buy a car and you should buy a box that delivers electricity to you, and that's it. And it's a dumb box, maybe three lights flashing, right? And it costs $1,000 and plus some installation. So what we think the future is, and I don't know how many of you we've posted to our Facebook page recently. I know we'll have a screenshot in a second. But how many of you have seen this on our page? So this is what we call juice box flight control. This is it's not released yet, but it's the next sort of version of firmware and hardware that allows you to control your charging from a smartphone, actually everywhere, right? So it's a smartphone app that talks up to our servers, and our servers talk to the juice box, and everything works, and it's just provisioning the control rates however you want. There's a little slider here, there's a little fuel gauge that shows you how fast you're charging. So the question is, you know, we were asked this question a couple of times, so what's the big deal, right? You know, we have an app and we can slide a couple of things and it changes the rate of your charge. We actually talked to a couple of utility representatives, so PG&E people, CalISO, and they care about this stuff really, really deeply. Because already in Silicon Valley, there are a few places where the density of electric vehicles is so high that they pose problems to a small portion of the grid, right? So sitting behind a transformer, 3 Teslas turning on at 11 p.m., right? That's a classic example. And people are getting worried about it because that affects the grid stability, right? So overall, on the national scale, you know, not much is happening yet, right? You know, there's huge amount of electricity flowing, and there's not too many EVs yet. But if you take these little concentrated areas like Silicon Valley, like some areas in Southern California, and a few others, the problem is already there. Right? So we're sort of looking ahead and trying to roll out a little bit different model. So what do you think the future is energy control?
Let me ask a question.
Yes.
That app, will it start the actual relays? Right now, the thing won't use you. You know, if I plug in until it started 11 o'clock, the thing will start this night. With your juice box.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean the smart EV or?
No, the thing.
Oh, the thing. Okay. Yeah.
Will your actually start to relay electrification, actually tell the relay in your box not to fire up until 11 o'clock at night when the rates are low?
Well, it can.
Because that's what I'd love to see.
It can, but it won't be different. The behavior of your car will likely not be different because it's basically abstracting all that functionality from the box, right? Which, you know, is not. It has limited computational resource. It abstracts all the functionality into the cloud, onto the server, right? So you would be able to log into the server and say, hey, here's my profile, and you can go as detailed as you want, because on the server you have all the flexibility of different UIs and everything, and you can specify the start time, end time, multiple times a day, and all the unit will get. It will get a command that says, hey, right now you're allowed to draw up to X amps. That's it. Right, and it will get that command every 10 seconds. So that's the architecture right now. So all the settings are in the cloud, and you can, on your mobile device or wherever you can access them. So what do we want to do? And this is a little bit crazy, but if you think about where EVs are going, in 5 years there will be at least 1 million of them in the US. Right? There's already, I think, different estimates put that number at about 250 right now, 220, 250,000, right? So actually it will be more than 1 million in 5 years, right? Maybe it will be 1 million in 3 years, who knows, right? Different projections. But that problem of all that concentrated energy draw, synchronized in a lot of cases because of the time of use and all those things, actually makes it makes it hard on the utilities. So we think that the future is energy control, and you know, if everything goes well, people like us could control, say, 1% of electricity flow in the United States in 5 years, right? And it's simple math, right? Today, the annual consumption is about 500 terawatt hours in the US. If you take 1 million EVs and average sort of commute, which is between 30 and 40 miles over a year, you end up with about 5 terawatt hours going into the 1 million EVs. And if you can control that, that gives you a controllable load that's equivalent to 1% of electricity supply, which is pretty huge. And the way we want to do this is we want to distribute free hardware. So it's sort of a not an ideal comparison, but think about solar city model, right? So you get no money down, zero down. You get hardware on your roof, and it starts generating electricity, and you pay as you go for electricity, right? So we don't have a pay as you go part. We just have free hardware, and we make money on the back. Yeah. So that's sort of the idea. And to give a little bit of an idea of where the monetization is coming from is, you know, this is just one small example of one of about 4 or 5 revenue streams that we're thinking about as playing on the wholesale electricity market. So that spiky chart actually shows you the wholesale electricity pricing on the market. And there are huge spikes from time to time that you can play on. They can say, hey, during that period of time, you want to actually stop charging all the EVs that you have control of, right? And we do that. If we do that, we generate $4 per hour per EV, right? And those things happen all the time, those crunches, right? And this is just one of the, like I said, one of the 5 revenue streams, and they're all sizable. So we believe that we can actually build a model where the hardware, charging hardware, could be free to the end user. Whether it's a corporation or one of you guys, we can just put it into your house, and you give us an ability to control your charge rate at night, right? Or when we go to one of the employers, we say, hey, we want ability to control the charge rate during the day, right? While your employees are sitting in their cubicles, writing code or whatever. Their cars generally recharge in 1 hour, right? Everybody shows up at 9, and by 10 a.m. everybody's charged, right? So that's not an optimal behavior from the grid perspective, and you have 10 hours to deal with it, right? So you can really distribute all that energy flow, and that's what we're really playing on. That's right. That's right. So residential at night, commercial during the day. You get a free charging station. Okay, then you pay us for a charging station. Yeah. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, let me quickly counter. Larry's organization will stand in the way of being an aggregator. We don't, as individuals, have that ability. I want to do the same thing too. So as an individual, I'm a lone voice. It's mostly crickets out there. He comes in and has a loud voice right to the LA, so probably to the PUC. He's got a lot of advantage. He's got advantages in numbers. Yeah. So we need to, we're not there.
Good.
Yeah, so here's the cost.
Yeah, we'll negotiate. But the first idea of the cut is here's hardware, right? And the model is we go to dealerships, right? Once we get the whole certification stuff, we go to dealerships. We're going to start dealerships and we just distribute one of those. Right? We're recording my car, you get one of these. And that's our idea of the product. We'll see how that goes. We think that will go pretty well. If that doesn't go well, then we'll limited control. Yeah.
Not necessarily, not necessarily. You don't have to. Yeah, so that's different. That's different. George was on that. That's a, this is a general model. The EEV pilot that we're running right now, or helping run right now, is a specific example and has additional restrictions, but that's just the first one. The initial what I'm describing here is the initial model. Hopefully, we'll be able to do this in 6 months. Right now, we get the hardware that exists in, this is unit number 4. So it's a little bit of an investment there. A little bit different hardware, mostly related to Wi-Fi connectivity.
In your conversation with the utility, you encountered, maybe what you're sort of interested in getting into this kind of thing from the utility side, is the way they are sort of over the gas or sort of the power plant model. Do you see team with utility in the same way that you would if you said, oh, I don't understand regulation? As you encounter anyone who's interested in doing this from that side?
Well, people are definitely interested in the concept. Well, maybe both actually has more discussion on that, but NRTV, for example, is actually participants in the design right now, and it tends to be a little bit more adventurous when it comes to these things. So I'm sure people are interested in that.
Even if there's some infrastructure on that, just for using one of their own network devices, that's not even allowing them to members not anything. So, I don't see a problem with updating the chip box from other sources. I got $50 something now, and that's not what we're doing, $25 something now. Is anyone doing that? This is great. You can buy it on Amazon for $100, but PG&E is free.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost you anything.
Right.
It's a good device. And it talks to the smart meter, and it talks to the whole network, and you can activate your phone, and it doesn't itemize, but it's easy when you have EV to know, so it's not distinguishing between a car and whatever home devices, but they send it to you for free. You got a survey saying how you like it, and they send you text in there.
Yes.
So what does this do in terms of, as a car, as a voter who has it plugged in, I have a certain expectation about what the when it's going to finish charging. So I'm planning my next day, right? And if someone else is controlling when it's charging and when it's not, and I have my smartphone application, and I see a trend. I expect a linear function, but it's actually some other function that's happening in the background. How do I know? How do I develop a sense of expectation about how this is going to affect me in planning?
Yeah.
Or my expectations of how much it's going to be charged at what point, that's sort of.
Yeah, that's a very good question, right? And this is one of the biggest things that we will have to figure out, right? The safe bet is to say, well, we do all the modulation at night, right? And we know after a certain period of time, if you are running our station with your cars, we know what kind of energy you are putting in your car every day, right? That will be pretty predictable, and we'll just do it at night, right? That's the safest way. Once we learn more, we can start doing it at the moment of plug-in, right? So this is just building predictive models of every particular point load.
Well, so let's say my normal schedule, you would get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, drive to work.
Yep.
So my normal routine is that I'm going to be fully charged by 6 o'clock. That's my expectation.
Yep.
But for whatever reason, I have to run some errand before going to work, so I need to get up at 4. And my normal expectation is that I would be 60% charged by them, but when I actually go to use it, someone's been turning it on and off in the interim, and it's at some other state that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
To take charge.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So we'll be able to predict what we will do to your car, right, with reasonable level of accuracy, and also you can always override the selection, right? So there will be a way for the end user to override, say, in 10% of the days of the year, for example, to override the selection. If you know that you have a special situation, you can just say, well, don't mess with my system, right, and just do that, right? But this is, like I said, this is unit number 4, right, that is capable of doing it. So there's some work to be done on exactly that. And initially, it will be deployed, and the controllability will be on a safe part of the charging. Right. So for the employers, this is time sort of after lunch and before 5 p.m., 4 p.m. area. For residential, it's time at night, and after midnight, before say 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. Yes.
For example, I'm in dinner and I'm traveling and outside, we're at dinner, but then I don't get home. I said, well, I was such a good person, I wanted to force it to so there's one scenario, all right, one thing is, I was charging 80%, that's all they said, really, let's move to something, no, that's your car. Oh, I need to have less than 20%, I need to turn it off. So I'll be able to control on the, iPhone, smartphone, that, override so that it will charge longer. I don't know if it's possible, I think,
Yeah, I think it's well, there's 2 overrides that this can happen, right? One,
I know I cannot order it. The Tesla app, the Apple app,
that seems to be well, what we can do with this is you can override that, right? You can say, hey, the station will allow the car to save more energy if the car wants to. Right? But if the car is set on the 80% and it's done, then not much.
I think what you're saying, what the customer wants to see is that he wants to be able to charge when necessary to always have a car available when he needs it. The utility would like to put off peaks, reduce the heavy loads at a certain time. It's a purely economic trade-off. If you didn't want to charge your car at, say, 1 o'clock in the afternoon when everything is all air conditioning in the summer, and the electricity is very high in cost to the utility, then it just say, fine, that if you want it, then you have to pay this amount of price. If you want to take it at 4 o'clock in the morning, you might commit one spot there to show it actually is a negative price. You might be free to pay for that price. Because the unit is by you choose the one and there's no way to allow. So it really is a thing
I'm usually like, I always want to do it, so I get a client, then you go and say, you really like this to use it. You say, I really need to cut my costs. I'll take the disadvantage of not being able to charge the worst case time. Then it's a benefit. But let me go find this by price, just say, hey, I'll pay whatever it's necessary. But I will, I want to, minimum price, I don't want to charge you. The biggest, in that case right there, you've got an 18 people have, the car charge, but not the other guy. So that's your decision, and it's the reason not to do the customer that really needs it, because, some people, if they don't care, they just want to drive
Yeah, this could be an interesting way to sort of expose it. I think that from a psychological perspective, this would change quite a bit the way people use their stations. And it will also require them to make constant decisions, which is generally not good.
Okay, they can say, but they're looking at it, I can select whether I want that. However, anytime, always, there's a lot of people say, or I don't have the money to use my lines, so I want the lowest cost. And that's the reason that display there. You could theoretically say, I only want electricity when you will pay you.
Cool. Well, actually, next, I want to give you a little bit of detail on George. Do you want to? That's not my concept.
The combination that you're before is that you can do it on the lot just by metering the power going through the car, and modulating the power going through the car, and then have the full power mechanics, which requires bigger changes in the car. Although there was some noise this week about Nissan's vehicle to home and pay. So I don't know if anybody knows anything more about that. They've actually maybe brought that car here to try.
I think it's technology.
No, actually, it's happened to the US. There's people trying, not people, but this is their trial, it's the dealer, they're trying it right now.
Thanks, Mark. So I have a few slides to explain the situation behind something you're in trial. Some people who know me can probably know we run an idea on this, but I was waiting for a few buyers. Just a few slides. So three facts. The California Public Utilities Commission organized trials of pilots to test the emerging technologies for I believe we had some of the only very well. So this is such a program and such things. It's sponsored by the very largest IOUs, those two domestic utilities. I'll show you slides further later. In terms of eligibility, I will show the criteria as well, but the particular twist that this company introduced to this program is the global free market. So this is the same model that we're trying to explain to you, except that in this case, it's not subsidized by public availability of credit, it's subsidized by payments for the utilities and the CPC. The program will last for 18 months, so it already started September 1st. We'll continue in the spring 2016. I promise to you the load criteria. This is straight from the CPC. So there isn't really much. You should only be or want to buy one. It's strictly first come, first served basis. 1,500 participants. So this is kind of interesting. It's 500 per participating utility. And you can see the logos. So we have, of course, PG, we have Southern California Edison, and the S&P capacity. So each utility will allow 500 participants. We're kind of fortunate that I'm only here, just because, I'll come talk about it why that is. In PG category, if you're interested or if anyone else is suitable for this, they should probably get applications. It's a little different than some people. We put together a pretty extensive curriculum, so you can see what I'm doing. The CPUC and all the color instruction are pretty basic pages that you use every day. So let me just talk about together. This is a legal trial. This is the goal or the idea is to take the PV level of the cost and measure the energy that we use to charge it and something. So what is the potential benefit if you're involved in solar testing, let's say, and you drive enough, and you probably follow these high gears to do it. So if you use enough energy, usually all the energy obviously in the red schedules, so appreciate the highest tiers. That means that for each kilowatt hour, you need to have a higher amount. Right? So it's good, you have cases where you know that you revenue numbers. And if you're going, let's say, from $50 to $100 to $300. The other problem that you have, maybe not here, but you go to Central Valley or Southern California, once you switch to common use, so this is what most people do to avoid these high prices, you switch to common use, but you have to switch to power that is business today. So then the problem that you have is it's hard to do it, you don't want to see, you got to pay to do it. So the idea here is that if you really do away from the house, from the business, then you can put your real and install common use. So it's really easy to avoid that way. If you have a whole lot of work, or if you switch to charging the most, then you can go anywhere before. And then your household, since your energy use will drop, you won't be able to use the AC or whatever you have to use to connect your business or to live there without really figure out. So it is strictly the benefit that just it's kind of really for beginners, but I'm sure most of you have the general benefit is strictly based on what our school is doing together with our friends. They're offering fully subsidized hardware, and they put in line all these utilities and to basically keep the station. The charging station in this case holding the actual security network, so you will not need anything else. So you get the station is all going to give the energy that it uses to charge your car, and then over Wi-Fi, you will actually really get to your internet together that allows people ability to in place with their own purposes. So again, we're looking at professional common use for the email. For some of these new EAASV, it's an opportunity to learn more about common use needs and business cases that are going to be and the most important one is this is again straight from the cities and utilities. You can draw out so questions come on, how much is project on rate schedule, this is the way to do this, here, you're not to convert that. The only condition in the attribution is if to qualify for a fully subsidized station, you have to stay with your own this. Next slide, I'm just pointing out what I should talk about. So obviously it's one of the few stations on the market is fully recharged and reasonably priced. So the hardware is calling and make Wi-Fi. I guess some other minor features that it still benefits from its use, which goes out to full extensive business memory. So if somebody doesn't know how to change the program, but they can do it for people then just the usual. It's actually transformed. It's pretty much everything is registration here. And one of the benefits is you use the community for scratch. So if you have a garage, you use it to move around this country. And the other feature is it's something that Steve recently used for if you need 15 hours of programs, so one of the standard programs. It's as simple as just updating the it's a pretty unique feature. So, and then finally, this is just an so this is a solution that we have to look at. So it's very easy to find. So it's eMotorWerks, tires company, and then free dash use parts. You can see what type of questions you need to this. So if you don't have anyone who's interested, there's still slots. Questions?
Yes.
Solar and EVs and 197 kind of use rates, they're just less than they did for more than that.
Yeah, I'm not.
Can I get back to these seven?
If it's a rate that's like grandfathered, like it's not available today, if you ever to enroll in it, it might be difficult. But the idea is that if you enroll in the pilot, your residents should be not affected by this. So you will move your EV, one of the EVs to this preferential special rate. For PG&E, it's EVB, EV-B. Then in San Diego, it will be TOU, they have TOU and TOU too. So no, the question is that I don't know what exactly what rate you might be on. So we've been advising prospects to go to the utility and ask, go ask them what would this mean? Can I go back to the rate schedule that I have now? I can really tell you. Generally, for solar customers, we've noticed that the way these utilities handle it, it's not very beneficial. Just because once you move your EV load onto a sub-meter, they will no longer offset it with your solar energy. So they'll just charge you for every kilowatt on a time of use schedule, mind you, but still for every kilowatt hour. So that's, and then the other thing you've noticed is once you become a net producer, the utility might compensate you less for what you overproduce. So there's unfortunate penalties for solar owners. And on top of all that, the utilities kind of cap the number of participants with solar to 100 per utility. They just don't want to really put up with it. So I would still recommend it. So what I've been telling kind of off the record to solar roof owners, you can enroll in this. And if you have more than one EV, you can kind of use it judiciously. Make sure that you don't become a net producer or it doesn't affect your bill negatively. And if it does, then it would be good to ask the utility up front if you can move back to whatever you had before. So your resident should not be affected. But we have people on E9, so you cannot stay on E9. They will actually force you to switch to something that's current.
So, what is going to be?
So first of all, the meter is in the charging station. The meter is within the charge. The meter is in a charging station. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
The station measures. It's sort of like what ChargePoint has been doing all this time. Yes. So
That's right.
well, for the charging station, it would be the residents, the business owner, obviously. So the stations that batteries company makes, they come with a plug. So if you have like a 1450 plug, I think, then there's not much you have to do. But yeah, it would be on you to install it.
So we don't subsidize the installation, and historically, only maybe 5% of our customers really asked us for assistance in installation, and 95% are installing through their means. I don't know if it's an electrician or they're putting wiring themselves, but
Yes.
So you sign up for this, realizing that we want to choose the video up, and say, okay, for 3 months, I'm going to do that. Do you get the hardware after 3 months?
Yes.
Go back to your cheap bill?
That's correct. So again, this is something that eMotorWerks and OnConnect came up with. So this is separate from the program. The program would allow you to drop out in every month. But if you stay at least 3 months, that will give you the rebates that you need to fully subsidize. Yeah.
Yeah, basically the way it works, you apply, we qualify you. We give you a link to buy a subsidized version of the station, right? So you, I think the rebate at that point is about $100, right?
I think 150.
Yeah,
for
so something like
connecting.
that. Then we give you another rebate when you successfully connected to your Wi-Fi network, and we see that the data is coming in, right? And the final rebate that will make the station price zero, you will get after 3 months of data transmission.
So I think I remember now what you meant. So the first rebate is $100. It's built into the price of the hardware. So you will be with a discount. Once you jump through some of the initial hoops, you sign up, you get a discounted station. And then after you connect, you get $150, I think. And after 3 months, you will get $300. So they will pay for the station itself, aside from some standards and things like that. So. Yes.
Question about the Wi-Fi. I think right now the box is based on Wi-Fi, but a lot of us that we're on different farthest points on our Wi-Fi point and place with that link. A lot of us have the hardwired link is actually in the work. So is there a reason for using a wired Ethernet or is it just Wi-Fi?
Wired, no, we are doing finding antennas. This is
Okay.
So this is a 5G radio we'll see and put 12 antenna on. But we'll whenever we do it, we use a
I put an extension in my living room just for my doorbell. The doorbell also.
Electric eMotorWerks partners with OnConnect. OnConnect is an energy trading company from San Francisco. They have backend connection to the utilities, so they can initiate a lot of the process steps electronically. So they're taking care of the validation of the customer and the sign-up process. Pretty much so. As I said, the initial step that gives you $100 off the hardware, we kind of make you jump through quite a few hoops. So OnConnect makes you agree to quite a few agreements to go back to the utility. So by the time you get your hardware, you're pretty much good to go. And then the only thing that's remaining is you have to take the hardware and connect it to your Wi-Fi and then use it for 3 months. So these are the conditions. And there's no minimum charge to come back to the question from the gentleman with solar. So obviously we would like you to use the station as much as possible, but if it would break the bank and if you change your bill too much, just use it on an ongoing basis. That's the purpose of your trial. That you use it on an ongoing basis. You don't need to move too much of your EV load to the station if it would make you a producer in case of solar, let's say, or if you had some other negative impact on your utility bill. So just use it as it fits you. So OnConnect is handling, thankfully, OnConnect is handling a lot of the communication. It's a software company, so they're pretty good about, this is what they do for a living. They're pretty good about connecting the back-end utilities. They have a mailing software. So hopefully it will work out. The big unknown, at least for me, I hope Larry doesn't mind saying that, we will have a lot of customers here. There will be a lot of questions, especially with things like that. So we are trying to take measures and steps to make sure that we can take care of those. So like getting a customer support person, things like that, because we already had a tremendous amount of questions from people. So yes, we'll try to be as helpful as possible, and then OnConnect in our experience has been very good. Yes.
There was a discussion on the Facebook group about this, the notion of if this is a sub-meter and the idea is to get on an EV tariff for the juice box, does that remove your eligibility for that? I guess there's a guy who had EPA or something, and then And so he was asking that from the EV eligibility tariff thing. My curiosity is that if it separates the bill for that from the bill for my house, then I'm losing the thing that drains all of my excess solar generation. So
Right.
do those bills combine under these trial programs, or do they actually separate the juice box to a separate bill?
No, my understanding is that it will be the same bill, but some of the accounting will change. So once you shift your EV load, or part of the EV load to sub-meter, and you have a net meter, it will no longer offset your solar production. So you have to be careful about how much EV load you move. And then with the particular rates, every utility is different. So we've been advising prospects to go to utility and ask. So for instance, when you go to San Diego and you're on TOU2, they will not let you keep it unless you demonstrate that you have two cars. One of the cars will be sub-metered and the other one won't. So I don't know what PG&E will do. It wasn't very explicit, or I haven't seen it. So I would just call them and ask, can I keep EVA for my residents? And then
There's two current trials here, right? Or at least two trials. One of them is the sub-metering issue, and the other one was demand response. So
they're different. No. So this trial, and I'm sure Larry has some other thoughts, but this pilot is strictly about sub-metering. It has nothing to do with demand response.
Yeah, we will be doing hardware that is capable of all these ancillary services. But we will activate it later, and we will talk to you today. Sign up. There shouldn't be any option on it right now.
Optionality and what?
Yeah, on what people can sign up for, send me or demand response. The question was, the website used two options. One of the same as what we have.
No, when I asked whether I was going to put my time with this, and Curtis said, "Well, we just said, yes, you would put my time with this, and response." Yes, but the words that are already, as I say, those age offers either demand response or their relation to how much eMotorWerks and they have two places to go. One is to demand response.
So I think the message is, just look at the flow and make sure that people are signing up. Yeah, well, we should just be open to all.
I'm also very yeah. Already found that there is a time. I already found about fishing and water, unfortunately, I'm going to testify now. At least I can say my father would be really nice for my EV argument going short on my home. But otherwise, what if it is what?
How many EVs a resident, what schedule are you on your residence? What schedule, rate schedule is your resident? What, yeah,
I switched over from the.
okay, so, potentially, what I would do, I would call up the junior, because they might not let you keep, PDA. I don't know.
You don't know anything about this stuff, right?
No, they were need to start
Especially
working.
after went over the December, you were on.
I know, but EDA don't continue, so if you want to keep EDA, unless you have 2 EDs, I don't know what that is, it's something you have to have 2 EDs. But you could, you would qualify.
I don't have any other car. I don't
It's
have
okay.
one car.
It's
Final
okay.
time to buy a second.
But we have prospects
I
that
have one because it costs as much as it is another one.
it's kind of okay, so, we have prospects that have 1 or 2 charging stations, so even if you already have one, it's okay. As long as you can commit to using it on a regular basis, maybe on every other day or something. And then, you need to, find out, I would not dare to give you advice on tariffs or schedules, I would just call up PG&E and try to find out from them. So as long as you're happy with what it does to your residents, to your schedule, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a problem because it's I call PG&E and I asked them about the previous blocks.
No, don't ask about free juice points. Ask about, sub-metering pilots.
But there's the supplementing and tyrant and associated with this, and they're gonna, I live in a townhouse, so they're not gonna come out and install another meter.
No, absolutely not. So, but they are officially supporting this pilot, so they should have staff to strength for this. And we have customers that have already contacted them, and let us know if you're in trouble, so.
I have trouble with just asking for it, so you can get a plan, and that was like more than a year ago, when it took me 3 calls just to convince them that they didn't need to send someone out to my home. And they did anyways, but.
So, my son and my daughter, they both, and they both, E1, and they both have 40. So if they, how do they start? They go to your website, sign up, and
So, after that, a few days, I think in 4 days, with 3 days, they get confirmation with qualification of this position. Yeah, qualification of this qualification. And then, there's some things, email, we have this number, not this position.
It's a pretty long form because.
so actually, we don't have to do anything, and then they have to do anything,
No.
they have to advise, yes, no, right?
Yeah, just, if this is remotely of interest to you, just submit your data, and then you will be hearing back. One way or another, you'll be hearing back, and then even if you're approved, you don't have to go through with this. It's really important if you don't think that this is for you.
Because if we are approved, then we have to do the shoot us, we install. We have, is anything in the.
Yes. You have to, so, you have to purchase the hardware, no discount. I think 450 plus tax,
I guess we modify and modify.
everything.
It's basically like.
So what is the rebate?
The rebate never happens, it's a great price on it.
Yeah, I know, so what if I just buy it and just go to your, hey, this time as EVP.
Don't do that. No,
Bleeding edge, wait until it's easier then.
you have to go through the path. You cannot just go, unfortunately, you cannot just go buy it and they don't know. You have to go through eMotorWerks or OnConnect because they are authorized by, yeah.
Yeah, well, we were just saying. Okay, I just wanted to say that,
So, sorry, I guess we can continue. I just want to make 3 announcements before we finish here. We finish early. In particular, those who emailed your t-shirts, please talk to Marina. We have your t-shirts. Also, if you were volunteering and didn't get t-shirts, we have some. And then, just as a reminder, elections are in January. For officers. Anything else, Mark? Any questions?
Question, this is, what are the products? What do you spend with children or like,
I mentioned something in terms of on Facebook, so we shipped programs to our partners. And more than total allowance. So we'll see how that goes. Also,
you have your website shows that you have just a charger, and then I get your charging.
I would describe it as a beta product for this right now. So thank you very much. A couple things. We are, if you think, in your network, there is somebody who you need to talk to, the team all described, let us know. Love to talk to people, and that's what we can. Second is, we are hiring new all over to so you or you think somebody you know might be interested in helping us build out the hardware and software for this model. Okay.
Thank you for all the time.
Right. Yeah.